Wade, which one is?
This is the white team.
White. Mary Schultz.
And,
Number 13, Dejoran Howard from South Carolina. Number 14, Alicia Boston from Smart, Georgia. And number 53,
so number one is, she's at 2018. She's in 8th grade.
Fayetteville, Georgia. An 8th grade.
next on the 15, we have Rhea Douglas from San Antonio, Texas. Number 5, Brianna Cummings.
So did y'all pick these from the weekend, or y'all already had them in mind?
Number 20,
Some of
Jordan
them,
Stallworth
but a lot of
from
like
Georgia.
that girl we picked from the weekend. Sort of pulled her
Number
up.
22,
Did some nice
Amelia
stuff.
Anderson.
Stalwart is there.
And number 53, Mario Collins from Maryland. And for your starters today,
Oh yeah, look at watch
we have
52.
number 2,
She's
Sydney
another 18.
That's an 8th grader, too.
Yeah. She runs the floor.
Look how big she is.
Number 3, Ariel Howard.
Oh, and number 3 is from Westlake High School, from this high school.
Next we have number 25, Tiara Deason out of Atlanta, Georgia. And number 32, Perry Alexander from Baltimore, Maryland. You like a nice mini game today,
Okay, Nell Fortner and I are back here.
Yes.
Hi, in the luxurious press accommodations here at Westlake High School. Also, we do want to thank the coaching staff and the administration here at Westlake for hosting us. The Westlake Lions, great football tradition. Cam Newton went to high school here.
Cam Newton came here, he sure did, then on to Auburn and a national championship. And
Yeah, and you got to get that Auburn reference in
Hilda,
there.
well, yeah, absolutely.
So,
Represent, but Hilda Hankerson has coached here for a long time
right.
and has had several really nice players come out of here.
So this is a regional game, so these are players from the Southeast. So we do have one player from Maryland, Perry Alexander, who's number 32. You can see her here on the near side in the blue team. But most of the girls are from Georgia. Girl Rhea Gully's here from Texas. And there's, speaking of
Nice
Perry
look.
Alexander, nice little look. And we do have a lot of younger kids in this game, so don't have quite as many 2014s. That's Aaliyah Mazik on the breakaway there, number 3. So just quickly for the white team, number 11 Meredith Schultz is out there. DeJoria Howard, number 13. Shekinah Payne, number 53. And there's the entry pass to Alicia Foster.
You know, even though these players are young, Clay, you've got lots of coaches still here watching this game. You know, recruiting starts when they're in the 8th grade, and
Right.
you've got to watch them young.
And a quick rundown here, that's Sydney Bordenaro is the number 2, the point guard. Number 4, Deja Williford-Kelley. Number 25 is Erica Eason. Number 32, as we mentioned, is Perry Alexander. And number 3 is Anriel Howard, who's from Westlake High School. You were talking about Hilda Hankerson. Oh, there's a
Nice finish.
strong move from Aaliyah Mazik, who's from North Carolina.
Well, now she's a highly recruited player already as a 2015, and so we'll probably see a lot of her today, Clay.
And you know, as you say, we still have a substantial number of coaches here. Of course, the mid-majors are going to be flocking around players like this, hoping that they can develop somebody. Little leaping ability there from Bordenaro, who's from Pennsylvania, actually. Made the trip down to participate in this Gannon Baker Clinic. Nice block shot. It's Alicia Foster on the block shot.
You know, it's nice to see these players that'll come from, say, Pennsylvania, Maryland, North Carolina and come down to Atlanta and really play some top competition down here. And you can, you know, you measure yourself against that. So I admire kids who will do that.
Oh, and in a game like this, I mean, kids travel in AAU and everything, but even in the AAU club circuit, you're not playing great teams every game.
Right.
And even when you play a good team, they might only have 3 really good players. Well, there are 10 really good players out here.
Exactly.
They haven't figured out who they got yet. Seems to be a little bit of a defensive issue.
Well, nobody's really interested in defense in these games. It's more about.
But you still like to know who you have.
Right.
It's just, you know,
that's a good point.
One of those things.
Well, she's showing us her range right there. Maybe not the best shot on the floor at that time, but.
Might want to think about finishing that one. That's Sydney Bordenaro, who's from Pennsylvania. Was it 2015? She's a smaller girl, but you can't back down from that when you've got that lane to the hoop.
No, if you're going to go in there and you commit to go in there, then you have to commit 100% and try to finish the shot.
See a lot of players who will go in, smaller players especially, and they go in looking to pass. You have to go in looking to score.
Score first, pass second, yes.
Then, so here she comes again, a little behind the back. That's unfamiliarity, really, I think. Deja Williford-Kelley just wasn't expecting it, and then they finally get the basket out.
Nice pull-up right there. She's a 2016 out of Hopkins, South Carolina, Deja Williford-Kelley, and I thought I liked the pull-up because the defense had rotated over and took away the layup, and she hit a nice little pull-up jumper.
A nice shot to have. Little turnaround. That works pretty well at the high school level, but not here. Those tall girls. That was nice quickness from Perry Alexander.
We have the same group of officials working this game. Clay, again, former great player at a little injury prone, Keisha Brown at University of Georgia, but my gosh, she was a phenomenal high school player, and just the injury bug got her when she got to college, but now she's a college official. I like that.
Absolutely. Officials their importance is so underrated, and I honestly think coaches do themselves a disservice by yelling too much at the referees, because then players buy into it and then players use it as an excuse. And you know, if you're a player, a foul is when the whistle blows. That's all it is.
And move
you
on.
Just
Take it, move on.
You just play hard because it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I haven't seen too many guys change foul calls.
No, I haven't seen it ever in my whole entire coaching.
So just if the coach is going to jump around and yell, then okay. Let the coach jump around and yell, because that's not going to do any good either. Just a hint. Into the game comes Alexandria Weeks, a 6'4", 2015 from Louisiana. Got that good high school name, Beauchene High School.
That is a
Louisiana
definite
name.
Louisiana, southern Louisiana.
Well, you probably even know where that high school is.
Well, let me see if I do. Think about that. Well, it says she's from Opelousas, so I guess it's in Opelousas.
There's definitely some athleticism in this game.
They're battling on the boards. Kind of a slippery ball right now.
You know, you can definitely, I mean, these are all good players. These are all young players, but you sure can't tell the difference in the efficiency and the decision-making, probably almost more than anything else. But yeah, you got to be ready to shoot it when you catch that ball. You need to be ready to shoot.
Right, especially inside that three-point line.
Because by the time you decide to shoot, it's a little too late.
Nice finish right there.
Yeah, Eason on a nice little play in the lane. Of course, she did get a great pass from the other team, so made it a little easier for her. Aaliyah is here to shoot it. Nice, strong power move, taking it right back up.
Here's our second Destiny Walker of the day.
Florence, South Carolina.
I tell you what,
all of these places I've never heard of.
a lot of several South Carolina players in these games today. So that's good for Dawn Staley.
Well, I got a question for you, since there are probably viewers around the country who aren't from this area. How long does it take to drive from South Carolina to Atlanta?
You know, I'm going to guess here because I've never personally made the drive, but I'm going to say 3 to 4 hours.
Oh, well,
that would be my guess.
That's
yes.
not a bad drive. I mean, it's.
Well, that's why recruiting in the Southeast becomes very. It's natural for a kid to want to stay here because you can drive pretty much everywhere. Not too far from Atlanta.
There's a nice looking shot from Shekinah Payne, 6'4" center.
And right now we see
right back at you, Perry Alexander.
Alexandria Weeks again. On the floor from Beauchamp, and I agree with how you pronounce that name. Excellent job coming all the way from the Pacific Northwest to talk Cajun.
Northern California. I don't count as the.
Not the Pacific Northwest. My bad.
I don't count as the Northwest.
Okay.
I'll take it there. But yeah, it's a little different because speaking of that area, in the Pac-12 is a totally different kind of conference.
Ooh, pretty
nice
shot. Like
nice
that.
Pull of the trigger. That's Easton again. She's Lovett School here.
Well, there's been some good players come out of Lovett School also.
Leah Mazik is going to make a shot no matter how many shots it takes. And that was nice defense. That's where we were talking about size matters. I mean, they're listing Bordenaro at 5'6".
Well, now, her and Gabby Ortiz look very similar.
She looks a little shorter than Gabby.
Yeah.
As I said, I think that's a definite program height. So we got some substitutes in, and number one on the white team is Tyler Collins, and she is an 8th grader. And
out of Arkansas. No, out of Fayetteville, Georgia, my bad. Oh, nice finish.
Perry Alexander looking pretty good here. All the way from St. Francis High School in Baltimore, one of the stronger private school
She's
teams
still
in Baltimore.
Uncommitted 2014, so she's still going through her recruiting process.
And there should be some mid-major people over there on the stands who might be thinking, well, look pretty good in my uniform, even with that blue hair.
Right.
What did you feel about blue hair?
Well, you know what? It's interesting. I just came from Austin this past weekend, and I saw blue hair. I saw a girl with blue hair, and I said, I can't remember the last time I saw somebody with blue hair, and now I'm seeing my second one in 2 days.
And there you go.
Nice pass right there.
Oh, nice little turnaround. Got to turn your head a little quicker so you can see the target. That's one of the things people tend to forget, that you need to see the target. Nice little Rhea Gully. Speaking of that, she's from San Antonio, Texas, made the trip. Good three-point shooter.
Rebound by Brogan Jones, 2016 out of Little Rock, Arkansas, North Little Rock High School.
Oh, nice little pick and roll.
Now those are plays you've got to finish. Now that's something that's an opportunity for Alexandria Weeks to understand that that's a play I've got to finish. I'm a 2015. I've got time to get better in high school, but that pick and roll, she had a layup, and you've got to be strong enough to finish that shot.
Yes, and you're a strong player, and you have to use that strength.
Yep.
You can't just disappear against the littler players. It just doesn't. Sometimes the bigger girls, they've been taught so much not to be physical, not to pick on the girls in the sandbox. They're afraid to be physical. You can't be afraid to be physical. It's a tough shot. Got her own rebound, though. Just kept battling. That's a really nice play. Unreal Howard.
Westlake High School.
Westlake Lions. So Whitney Creech, number 2 in the white team, a little left-hander. Kentucky girl.
You know, it's in this game, Clay, we're seeing where one of the things I noticed right off the bat is just areas where players can improve. You know, they have athleticism out here. They've got some quickness and some size, but there's definite areas to improve. But these are players that are going to be playing mid-major and some D1 one day. They're not the player they're going to be in a couple of years, but you can see where they have potential. And the important thing is that they know that they learn and understand the things they have to work on to get those scholarships or to go play at the level they want to play at.
Well, and the other thing, too, is that amongst this group, there are going to be a couple players who really develop and emerge over time, who are going to turn out to be SEC players or ACC players or wherever, because they're going to work on their game and they're going to understand that they have to improve. And there's going to be some, that's Camille Anderson, there's going to be some who are just feel, oh, I'm fine where I am, and that's great. But if you want to maximize your options, you got to maximize your talent.
Right. You know, as I've gone around the country and recruiting when I was coaching in college, and just it's so refreshing to watch great high school coaches and not to focus on just a few, but Gene Durden at Buford High School, I can't say enough about him and how he runs his program.
Now
that was a nice
your
shot.
8th grader, Tyler Collins, out of Fayetteville, Georgia, stepping back and calmly nailing a 3. I mean, that's very impressive.
That
she
was.
played like that the last couple days. We talked about whether to put her on the team or not, but she just was steady and impressive and never backed down. And that's
nice
a nice
finish.
move. Whitney Creech, but she is left-handed. So
Yeah. Okay, well, at least she finised with the right hand, with the left hand on the left side.
I want to see her with the right hand on the right side. Sydney Bordonaro just a little flat on that jumper. That's a fatigue thing when that jumper starts to flatten out. That's because the legs are getting a little bit tired.
Looks like the form is good, though. I liked her fundamentals on it. Just needs to get that ball up a little bit, but nice little jump shot coming off that on-ball screen.
So here comes Alexandria Weeks back into the game, and she's being guarded by number 52, Mimi Collins, who is another 8th grader. She's a 6'4", 8th grader.
Wow.
Out of Maryland.
Now
So
that's one that you really want to keep your eye on because she already runs well, moves well, has great size. How much better will she
shoot
get?
The ball. Sorry. Williford-Kelley just either didn't have confidence in her left hand or didn't have a handle, but it made it work. It got the ball, and hey, this is a pretty close game, 20-18 here halfway through the first half. A little different than that first game we had.
Yeah, it got away from one team pretty quickly in the first game.
Creech went with her right hand there. That was a nice little reverse layup. Here comes Gully.
So 2 8th graders on the floor right here. Gully with the ball right there, and then Creech underneath the basket, number 52.
That was a nice little
good
steal
finish.
and finish from Destiny Walker. So there's Tyler Collins on defense. And there is Mimi Collins, the 8, or Mimi Collins. They're both Collins. They're not sisters. She's shooting again.
Oh,
both 8th
pretty
graders
shot.
are named Collins. That's a 6'4", 8th grader. Hitting
Wow.
a 15-footer.
Okay, 6'4", already shooting the ball on the perimeter. That's in the 8th grade. That's nice.
And it was a good-looking shot.
It was.
The form was right. There was strength. She got worked a little bit there by Weeks, but you notice she didn't finish with the left hand.
Look, she's running. She wants the ball. She's calling. Oh, nice
there
move.
We go.
There you go.
There
The
we
8th
go.
graders are showing out right now.
Sydney Bordonaro to the hoop. She's a 2015 from Pennsylvania.
My bad. I got her confused with Rhea Gully. That's my bad.
Oh, that's it. There's a lot of players here. Whoops.
Little miscommunication right there.
That's going to happen when you have teams that just haven't played together before. So the score's tied 22-22 here. Halfway. This is a good little matchup. There's not really a lot the coaches can do in these situations. It's just sort of you're playing man-to-man, and
Yeah, there's not any time to put an offense in, or you're just players have to make plays. And, you know, at this level, that's what happens. Players make plays.
And there was that 8th grader making a defensive play, knocking away the entry pass. If there are some big-time coaches who left early, they might have wished they'd stayed. Here she is chasing the ball down. That was a pretty nice
hustle
play
by the
there.
8th grader. That's
Oh
nice
my
basketball.
God.
Yep. She's going to be a good one. Mimi Collins out of La Plata, Maryland, Milton Summers High School.
Yes, indeed. Book your plane tickets now.
Yep. Well, Liam
Sorting that one out, it's going to be a foul. Aaliyah Magic has figured out that one of the things you want to do in a game like this is shoot as many times as possible.
Well, she's working hard, trying to get to the hole, and really just forcing things a little bit too much right now.
It's a difficult situation. It's a temptation. You're not playing for your team.
Yeah.
You're trying to show people what you can do, and you're aggressive. Rather be aggressive. I mean, you're not going to get anywhere being passive in these games.
Right.
That's Erica Eason, who's done very well so far.
I'll tell you, this little team, good ball movement. I like how they're sharing the basketball, moving without the ball.
Almost getting it through. Oh, no, that was not the smartest play.
Look at the hustle.
That would be backcourt. I mean, that's great hustle.
Yeah.
But it's backcourt, but we were talking about experience. Camille Anderson saved the ball, so it could be a live ball turnover. Dave D'Agostino and I were talking about that at halftime, how a turnover that results in an out-of-bounds play is much, much better than a turnover that allows the other team to
make a play on the basket, yes.
Not a lot of screening out there, but good hustle from Alicia Foster to get her own rebound. And there's Mimi Collins. She just showed us a little dribbling, ball handling skills, and now she's going to go through to the hoop and draw the foul.
Well, it was a good play on Mimi to get the steal, but you know you've got to know, you give the ball up to your guard and then go get it back, run the floor, get down there and get it back, because she had an opportunity to give it to her guard and she chose not to. But that's just youth. That's young.
And this is serious youth.
Yeah. You know, it's amazing. You think right now she's going to be in the 8th grade. There's going to be college coaches in her gym watching her play this year.
Well, now she goes to the Woodward Academy, so it's possible she'll be playing on their varsity this year if they allow that in Georgia.
Now Mimi goes to Woodward, because I'm looking at this. Does she?
Oh, did I have that? Oh,
yeah.
Milton
So
Summers,
she's
I'm
up
sorry.
in Maryland.
Wrong one. We're not as familiar, we have to confess, with these players as we are with the national players.
Maybe
Nice
not
ball
as
fake.
familiar,
Nice
but we are
finish.
impressed.
That's
Oh, I like how Mimi runs the floor. She wants to get down the floor. I like that. She plays hard for an 8th grader.
I saw her just at the first 2 sequences I saw her. I was sitting with Kelly Klein, and she ran up and down the floor twice and made a basket. I said, she's in the game. And Kelly sort of laughed, but you know, if you've been around for a while, you don't need to see too much from a big kid to know whether they can play or not. And if you can run, that's a big step. Nice rebound. Oh, good pass from Aaliyah. Nice hustle from Sydney Bordenaro.
Well, she's all over the floor, isn't she? She's.
Okay, mass substitutions here for the blue team, coached by John McGraw. Michael House has the white team. They'll be pulling the strings. Tough shot there.
Step back move.
If you're going to commit to that reverse, commit to it, but a really nice offensive rebound from Unreal Howard.
Yeah, that would have been a tough shot to finish for anybody at that speed and that angle right there. But
need to take another dribble, get a little closer to the baseline, and then come back out so you can create an angle for yourself. But it's pretty tough.
well, and not that was the 8th grader, right? That's the.
Oh no, Gully is a she's
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was Tyler
no
Collins.
she's a sophomore.
My bad. I'm looking
2016.
at the wrong color here on my
Oh,
sheet.
that's all right. We'll forgive. It's been a long day. You flew in from Texas this morning, and weren't you doing broadcasting
Doing a little
yesterday?
volleyball, yeah, a little volleyball.
College volleyball?
College.
Who'd you have yesterday?
Texas and Oklahoma.
Oh, that should be something. It's amazing. You think of volleyball as a California sport, but hey,
Boy, not necessarily. You're right.
Penn State was one of the best teams in the country for several years, and there aren't a lot of beaches in
No.
Nittany, in the
No.
Nittany Valley.
Penn State is very good, but Texas is the defending national champion right now.
I did not realize
Yeah.
that. There's Magic. Nice pull up. Nice shot.
You know, she really is a nice little player. She's just very offensive minded, and in this game, obviously, we're going to see a lot of what she can do offensively.
Now that was a nice reverse layup. I really liked what Howard did there because she got herself on the other side of the rim. She went up strong. She turned to the basket, and she forced the defense to react to her.
Yeah.
And her reward is a trip to the free throw line. Just a little, not quite enough arc on that, but again, it's been a long 3 days. They started here Friday night doing sessions. They went all day Saturday, played games. They played games. They had a skill session this morning, played games. I was back printing in the Westlake office, getting ready, and Howard was sleeping on the couch in her coach's office
Well, I
while
tell
I
you,
was working on the computer.
She missed both free throws, but she is all over the boards.
Nice.
She kept that ball alive twice.
Deja Williford-Kelley, so that must have helped her then. There's a good look from Mazik. And there's a nice finish from Shekinah Payne. Georgia girl.
Doesn't have what year Shekinah Payne is. I don't know if she's a 14 or a 15.
Yeah, I believe she's a 15, but
15?
I could be wrong. That's a nice, strong move to the basket from DeJoria Howard. And here's Gully weaving her way through traffic, using the left hand to draw the foul.
Well, there you go.
Makes me happy. I'm easy to please.
Got a little up and down action in that last about 45-second series, and players taking the ball hard to the hole, but not a lot of finishes, Clay, right now. And that, I think that speaks more to maybe athletes' lack of strength maybe at this age, and just, you know.
They're a little younger.
But at least they're going and trying to get there and get the shot.
Oh, that was not a good free throw from a girl who's a good shooter. 30-29, but Gully winds up with the ball, finds the open man. Nice little hesitation, couldn't quite get it to finish. Gully with the ball again.
Long three.
That's Camille Anderson going for the three. Gully has the ball again.
Well, the one thing the blue team is doing is absolutely out-hustling the white team on the boards. They're keeping the ball alive a lot on their offensive end, going to the offensive board strong. I like that.
DeJoria Howard. Back to Elijah Mazik. She wants to go right pretty much. Almost got the 3-point play.
Showing us a little shake and bake right there between the legs a few times, and then
she doesn't get the shot though. They called it on the ground, so so we'll get to see the highly toned inbounds play that they spent 3 minutes on earlier. Got the ball in. I've had more than a few teams that have been unable to do that.
Again,
jump shot accuracy has not been exceptionally high. But once again, Blue gets an offensive
rebounding is, yeah, they're getting their fair share of them.
There you go. Oh, God, I thought that was going to be in, but Camille Anderson didn't draw iron on that one. But the blue team still holds lead 30-29 here with 3:20 to go in the first half. Much more competitive game this time. Generally, though, that doesn't kick in until the second half, and then the kids start to decide, hey, I really want to win.
Got some battles going on down on the block with the big girls down there.
That's Tyler Collins, one of the two eighth graders.
She's got a sparkly headband on.
Well, that's okay. You're an eighth grader, you can get away with. Oh yeah, someone finally made a three.
And Deja Williford-Kelley threw her hands up like, gosh, it's about time.
Well, yeah, I mean, and just goes to show, the bank is open even on Sunday.
Yes, yes.
A little late on that pass, and you cannot throw even over a tiny eighth grader.
Good look down
Gets
the floor.
The steal.
Oh, nice play.
Pump fake. I love the pump fake. That was Shekinah Payne. At least she tried the pump fake. I don't know what that was, but she got lucky and got the foul.
And those are shots you've got to finish down there. It was a nice shot fake and had a nice look at the basket, but you got to have that finish. Be strong off that glass right there and finish that shot.
I've always felt that the pump fake was an underutilized move in the women's game, and I've never understood why. I've tried to teach it to a bunch of kids, and they just don't ever seem to do it. I don't know.
You know, I think a shot fake and that pump fake, as you're saying, it comes with a lot of free play. Get on the court playing 1-on-1, 2-on-2, getting it, you know, in your free time. Not necessarily a skill that you're going to pick up a lot in practice. Yeah, you're going to learn it, but you've got to get on the floor and actually experience it a lot, and then you become comfortable with it. But we don't get enough free play, you know.
Well, I've always said the biggest difference between the men's and the women's game to me is not the dunk, it's ball handling. And I've always felt the ball handling difference came because guys play pickups.
Pickup, that's right.
3, 5-on-5, and if you turn the ball over, you lose, you don't get to play anymore, and your teammates yell at you.
Right.
So you learn, I can't turn the ball over. And the pump fake, like you say, you pick that up playing pickup basketball, because you're playing against bigger people, and you got to do something.
Right. If you want to score, you better be able to pump fake.
And
because,
some old guy does it to you.
Right. Exactly. You get schooled by the wiser players because they use those kind of moves.
They have to.
Right.
God
exactly.
knows I did for too many years. It was like, okay, try my bag of tricks here. Oh.
I remember going back and playing at Texas, working Texas basketball camps, and we would play the young, you know, the current players, and the older players would play, and we would just kill them. And it's not like we were in better shape or we couldn't jump any higher or anything. They should have killed us, but we were smarter.
Exactly.
We did all those little things that they don't do.
Right.
And it, you know.
Of course, if it had been full court, up and down.
It was full court.
Wow.
It was. When we got up and down the court, but we made smarter decisions.
Right.
And you know.
And you just need to play, and this is hopefully helpful. And as you've mentioned several times, there's a nice three-pointer
Nice
from
shot.
Meredith Schultz. You know, if these kids start to realize there are things I can learn, I can work on my mental game and pick stuff up. It's not all about just being quick.
Right. Fundamentals. Look, Meredith Schultz, who just hit that outside shot, she's from, where is she from? North Carolina. No, George Brazelton, Georgia. Her dad is who hit the shot at halftime of our first game. He played at Coker College when he was a young man. Meredith being recruited by many mid-major schools right now, and that could obviously change as her game continues to grow. She's at 2015.
Well, if you can make three-pointers. Oh, we've got an injured player, and I think that's Mimi Collins.
Looks like she's grabbing her ankle.
We've been fortunate that up to this point we haven't seen that many injuries, but that just looks like she rolled that ankle. Who is
Looks like, I think that's Alexandria Weeks.
Yes, it is Alexandria Weeks, 6'4".
From Beauchamp High School.
Opelousas, Louisiana.
Some say Opelousas, some say Opelousas. So there
is
is
it Opelousas?
Opelousas.
Sorry, that's the California.
There you
coming
go.
out.
We'll let you slide on that.
That's right. You can come up and try to pronounce the Spanish names. And,
I would not do good.
That's funny.
Hopefully Alexandria.
Oh, and we've got
This
while we've got a little bit of a break here, just do want to thank the Mall of Georgia, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram. They've been generous supporter of this event, and really want to thank them for supporting women's sports. And hey, give them a shot if you're going to go out and look at a car. Go to the Mall of Georgia. Also, of course, Elevate, Dan and Baker did all of this, so full court press. We've got to give another shout out to Kelly Klein, who's just done an enormously.
Loves the game of women's basketball. Kelly does. She is an avid supporter and keeper of the game.
And she's put her heart, her soul, and her checkbook into events like these, and it's really a wonderful thing. And we hope that we can continue to do these at full court, and we also hope that Alexandria Weeks, who's hobbling off the court, isn't too seriously hurt on that bad ankle.
Yeah.
Sometimes those can feel a lot worse than they are right away.
Right.
And sometimes the ones that don't seem that bad are the ones that keep a kid out for 6 weeks. That's Tyler Collins, an 8th grader, giving the ball up.
Oh, what a nice finish.
Nice turnaround shot from DeJoria Howard. That's a nice move.
Very nice finish by DeJoria.
Sydney Bordenaro, nice little pass. That was right to the shooter's pocket. That's an underestimated part of passing. Not only do you have to get it to the right player, you have to get it where they can shoot it. If they have to reach for the ball, they're probably not going to make it. That would be a foul.
A little bit too aggressive right there as the clock is winding down. 1.3 seconds left in this half.
That's a very smart foul.
Yep.
Oh, no, it wasn't. No, it's one-on-one.
Going to put them to the line.
It wasn't a smart foul.
No, because they really weren't going to get a shot. They were too far outside three-point line. So
37-33, though. The white team has sort of made a little bit of a move. They had trailed by 1 point. This has been a close game the whole way, and if she makes this one, it's going to be a 2-point game going into halftime. And that's unless somebody gets lucky here.
No, it got off too late.
Ooh.
Oh.
That was as close as many of the threes we've seen.
Yeah, you're right.
37-35 here at halftime, and we'll be taking a break after, and when we come back, we'll give you the first half stats and get ready. This could be entertaining, at least a close game here in the second half, so we watch these young players develop. So Nell Fortner and I will be back. We'll be back in about 4 or 5 minutes, and we'll talk to you then. had a 28-9 down the
Say that again.
Our business dads have 28-9. Yeah. They just can't shoot. So do you live here? So that's what about?
It takes me about an hour and 20 minutes. 100 miles. Yeah, door to door about 100 miles. Well, I say door to door to the airport.
Oh, right.
Because the airport is on this side, it's the Auburn side.
Right. Well, Atlanta traffic, I haven't been here in a while, but I do remember when I was here before that it was awful.
You don't want to get caught. Really, you don't. It doesn't matter what time of day.
It's like Bay Area, like LA.
Yeah, it's terrible. Okay, you think you want to talk about this half? Talk about full court a little bit, or what you do?
Yeah, because football's been around since '96, so that's a long time.
Like what were you, a little bit of maybe about what's next on your plate?
No, not really, because I don't really have it. I'm going back to work and coach my high school team.
More just totally informational. It's still
Yeah.
good all year.
Yeah.
Players nationally, you keep up.
I did the national rank, high school rankings for Max Reps, and I'm a college player, I keep up with the players. That's why I like to do that is by far the best college.
USA Today?
USA basketball, that's why I'm just yeah, and then for McDonald's, I really don't, you miss a couple, but you can pick them up. Those are the kids who were
Yeah.
and because they play for USA basketball, they don't score less.
Right. They do their best.
Yeah, I want to get a pic with you guys for the lights on. Oh, okay. Super. Oh, where's that statue? All right, let's go take a quick look at the halftime stats here before we get started. Really, the dominant player has been Unreal Howard for the blue team. 7 rebounds, 3 steals, 6 points. She's done very well. Deja Williford-Kelley has had 8 points, so she's done that. Had a nice half. Leading scorer though is Destiny Walker, 10 points, and DeJoria Howard with 9 for the white team. Blue team's out rebounding the white 28-9.
Well, we saw that all through that first half. They're just killing the white team on the offensive boards. They kept so many balls alive.
But they just can't make a shot.
Yeah, they're struggling to just score within their offense. Yeah.
It's good to have the ball, but you also need to put the ball in the basket.
Yeah, that's the object of the game.
Yes, indeed. So, heading into the second half, we're going to check and see if we. Alexandria Weeks is still on the sidelines being tended to by the trainer, so I don't think we're going to see her again today.
I don't think so. I think her foot is up. It looks like they've got ice on it, if I can see through the bleachers correctly.
The white team immediately gets the ball inside. Nice halftime adjustment. Alicia Foster scoring on the block. Puts the white team up by 4, 39-35. And then a nice little defensive effort.
That pass was a little short there, Clay. You saw her. She didn't lead her to the basket. That's such an important part of the passing. You got to lead your post players to the basket and let them just go straight up with that shot.
And then DeJoria Howard took advantage of that tiny mistake. Nice pass. From Mazik. That was a very good look, and it's always frustrating when they don't score. Semi alley-oop. They can't make the first one. You don't get an assist, but I'm gonna get some points to Erica Eason on that. Here comes Schultz down the court. being hounded by Bordenaro.
Get it right back. This is where you saw Meredith Schultz just couldn't quite handle the pressure right there, but that's where her ball handling skills have got to improve too, because you've got to be able to handle that kind of pressure in the full court.
She's not going to be a power forward. She's not that big.
Right.
We mentioned in the first game, as a player, as a parent, you really need to have a realistic picture.
Nice pass.
Nice
Now,
pass. And because it was a good pass, she made the shot.
Absolutely, and that's Magic, who took so many shots in the first half and wasn't really looking to pass, and now she created a shot for her teammate, and Meredith knocked it down. Nice play.
Now they're up 5. They get a quick rebound. They're down the court.
Oh, nice little in and out move.
That's a nice little move from DeJoria Howard.
We've seen DeJoria kind of show out here a little bit in the last.
Yeah, she's looked pretty good. Orangeburg Wilkerson High School in South Carolina. That was one year that they were really good nationally.
Who was on that team that year?
That would be stretching my fading memory well beyond.
It sounds so familiar. Maybe it'll come to me here and just.
Because, no, that was a very good team. I do remember that team. As I try to keep up with the high schools, doing the national rankings for Max Preps. This is always a challenge.
Well, you do a lot, though, Clay. You keep up with, just about every high school player in the country with all the evaluating that you do and committees you're on to pick teams. It's not easy.
Yeah, it's down there. You go. Bordenaro, that was actually a nice shot. Nice rebound. Blue is just crushing him on the boards, in part because there seems to be an aversion on the white team to screening out. But Destiny Walker just slid in there, grabbed the rebound. I'm sorry, Deja Williford-Kelley just slid in there and grabbed the rebound. She's a 2016. She's showing some physicality.
Well, she is, and she's not that big of a player, but she likes to mix it up inside, and I like that. I like it when a player wants to mix it up.
I mean, you have to be able to.
Yeah.
Because they're going to test you, especially at the college level, even at the high school level. If you're a good player and you're doing well, the first thing the other team's going to do is bang you around a little bit just to see how you react. And if you don't react, if you keep playing well, then they're going to back off on that because that plan didn't work. She was not going to make that shot.
No, she wasn't. So that's not a good defensive play.
Erica Eason just backed away and asked Aaliyah Nezik to make that shot in an empty gym 10 times. That ball probably wasn't going to go in more than once.
I love the way you just broke that down like that.
I had a friend of mine who loved to take wild shots, and he would take a wild shot in practice. The coach would yell at him. He would take everyone off the floor, and he would say, "Brad, I want you to make that shot that you just took right now with no one on the floor. You know the dipsy do with the 3 double pumps."
Right.
Like, he cured him of that.
It's interesting. I've never heard it. I've never heard that, but that's an interesting way to make a point.
Right. It's like, okay.
Getting a little sloppy right now.
And once again, another offensive rebound. That's Perry Alexander. Maybe you should dye your hair blue.
Well, no. I'm not. Now, maybe back when I was about 21, I might have tried it.
Oh, and where did you go to college? Anyway?
To Texas. I went to the University of Texas.
Oh.
Yep.
Jody Conrad?
That's right.
I
probably gave her blue hair.
One of the great coaches in the women's game.
Great people,
pioneers.
too. Coaches, person, everything. Good lady.
But Karen Assen is going to make some things happen there.
Well, she's definitely making things happen recruiting-wise. She's got a lot of nice verbal commitments and 14s, 15s. I think she's got some 16s.
And that's where it starts. I mean,
Absolutely.
I've always felt college coaching is recruiting, and then some more recruiting.
Yep. She knows how to do that. There's no question.
Yeah, I think fatigue is definitely going to be a factor here. See if she gives it up here. Yes, very nicely
Very
done.
nice. I really like how Leah Mazik has come out in the second half and really is playing a different ball game, Clay. Totally different than the first half. She's showing us that she can be a point guard and a distributor along with being a potential scoring threat.
By the way, that was the 6'4" 8th grader who just took that three-pointer. She
Oh,
didn't make
goodness.
it, but
Yeah.
it didn't look horrible.
Yeah, she's impressive. That's her game, you know, and I know this, she's in the 8th grade. This is the first time we've seen her play, but she's one of those players that kind of can transform that position a little bit. She's this young. She's going to get so much better.
And there was a really nice play by Enrielle Howard. You could see she's a 2015. She was in perfect health. She could see that play coming in advance. She dropped down to the weak side block. So many kids don't realize that defense isn't me versus you, it's us versus them.
Yeah.
And you have to protect that weak side block if somebody comes to help. Nice hustle by both teams, really.
Oh,
yeah.
Good finish.
Count that one. Meredith Scholl just powers over. Now we were talking earlier how size matters, and there was really little that Sydney Bordenaro could do on that one. I mean, she's just not a Saul.
Right. But to the finish by Meredith Scholl, let's talk about her. This is a kid that's looking like, to me, she's a scorer, Clay. She can shoot the ball, nice form, but she knows how to put the ball in the hole.
And it's funny. Some kids who are great shooters are not good scorers. And you would think if you could shoot, you could score.
Yeah.
But there's that knack. Nice.
There's the 8th grader, yes. I think we're going to be talking about her, or you are, for the next 4 or 5 years, and I will after that.
Oh, yeah. She's just really jumping out. Oh, nice
look.
Nice finish.
And look who made the pass.
Alicia Foster on the finish.
Leah Mazik on the
Mazik on the
assist. Oh,
there's a three-pointer.
Good shot.
Perry Alexander. So this game's lengthened out a little bit, but that three-pointer kept it a little closer.
Oh, good
Back
finish
and
right
forth,
there.
Up and down.
Destiny Walker.
And just to be clear, that is the South Carolina version as opposed to the Florida version you played in the earlier game today. So
Exact same spelling of the name.
right, I believe it was their destiny both to come to this game
Oh gosh,
today.
I'm gonna pretend like I didn't hear that.
I'm getting a little tired now. It's been a long day. So the blue team's got to start making some shots. They're still getting a million rebounds, but they're not making a lot of shots. That was a nice athletic play by Leah Mazik. I mean, you look at her as a coach and you think, you know, if I could just get her to do a couple of things different, she can help a lot.
There's no question. She's going to be recruited. She's going to be playing Division I basketball somewhere in a couple of years, and she just, you know, will continue to learn and understand the game a little better.
Right, and might want to work on her three-point shot a little bit.
That's strength right there. Got to get in that weight room.
That might have been a fatigue one as well. You're getting a little tired, and the legs aren't quite there. And now, ooh, the left hand.
Nice.
Is there anything we haven't seen from that girl today?
No, to show that move right there, and she didn't finish, but we're going to see her finish a lot of those. But to go both ways already with that move, impressive.
It was like a real post move there. And she's been shooting threes and jump shots and handling the ball, and then she goes down and shows that.
Well, I tell you, next year, whatever when you go to USA basketball trials, you'll be seeing. I think you'll be seeing her from now on at those trials.
I'm definitely letting Carol Callan know
yes.
that USA basketball, they like to get these girls into the pipeline young, because now you've gone through that whole international experience. How important is it for a player who's going to, say, be an Olympic player or a potentially Olympic player to have experience in international basketball prior to that?
It's incredibly important. The most important thing, I think, though, is that they get into the USA basketball system and understand how to succeed in that system, because they're all great players. And you have to learn how to play with other great players. You know, that's not always easy because there's plenty of great players who never were Olympians. And it might be because it was just harder for them to understand how to be a role player, if that was what you were called to do, or you just had to take a back seat sometimes. And it's not easy for all players, Clay, but the earlier you get in there and start learning how to do that, the better your opportunities and chances are being an Olympian.
There she is again. Well,
Nice.
you take a look at Kara Lawson, who was a very helpful player to the United States in the last Olympic Games. Now, I don't think you would say Kara Lawson is one of the great athlete players in the country, but she was one of the 12 who made that team go.
Good example. Great role player. Just she knew her role, and when she came in the game, she knocked down shots. And that was what she was called upon to do. Some players need to make plays. Some players need to, like look at Diana Taurasi. She can do a little bit of everything, and
playing point guard now.
Right. Oh my
she's
gosh.
never been a point guard. She's a great player, but they don't have a point guard, so that's what she does.
Yeah. And she does it well.
Right. There's a friendly roll.
Yes, it was.
Cuts this lead to 4, 55-51 with 13 minutes to go. Nice rebound. That's now. I was trying to Whitney Creech on the putback. We haven't seen as much of her as we have of some of the other players. But that was a nice move. Kentucky girl.
Mimi Collins was working hard down on that block for the ball. She already understands post positioning, how to use the defense. Nice spin move to try to get it over the top.
There's just pure athleticism from Mazik there.
Yeah. Oh.
That's an 8th grade mistake right there.
Yeah.
They probably don't call that in middle school.
No, they probably don't. They probably only have one official in middle school, so they would have seen it to begin with.
Nice pass right in Gully's pocket, right in the pocket for the shot, and she knocks it down.
You love seeing players make the right play, and that's penetration, draw the defense, hit the shooter, find that open shooter. That's nice basketball.
1-point game, and Mazik just going strong to the basket, and she's showing strength, she's showing quickness, she's showing tenacity.
Yeah, I like her game much better this half. There's no question. She's really doing a good job of leading her team. I like the finish of the free throw. That's nice.
And just a reminder, those who might be interested, that the tape of this game, if you're watching live, the tape is going to be available. You're going to be able to go to fullcourt.com and pick it up. So Brogan Jones, number 24, returns to the game.
6'4", 2016 player.
Yeah, there's some
big size.
Big youngsters, and she's a strong girl. When in doubt, shoot.
And draw the foul.
Because
that shot didn't have any way. It did not have a chance of going in.
No.
But she's going to get an opportunity for 2 points right here.
That's one of the things that she's in 8th grade, but a veteran player knows that if you shoot the ball and you jump into the defensive player when nothing else is working, you might get the foul call. It's better than turning it over.
Right.
She was about to get called for 3 seconds, so what the heck? So she figures she'll just make a couple more free throws here. Of course, the broadcaster's curse happens every time.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
That would be a foul.
Yeah.
But a good foul, actually.
Well, a good hard foul. Didn't allow the 8th grader to score. I'm sorry, not the 8th grader.
That's Camille Anderson. She's an oldster in this game.
Yes, she is.
She's going to be a junior, or is a junior, I'm sorry. Nice looking free throw.
So
I've been impressed all day. I haven't really seen a Shaquille O'Neal like free throw out there. Everybody seems to have pretty good form.
I agree.
They're
Yep, I agree.
such an important part of the game. This is Whitney Creech with the ball, a little left-hander. Shows a little move to her right.
And she got out of trouble right there. She dribbled into traffic.
Here we go. Nice pass to Gully. Goes around.
Oh, look who follows up.
And sprinting down the floor.
I tell you, she has a great understanding of the game already. Mimi Collins is an 8th grader. I would be very interested to know her background. Did her parents play basketball, you know, and she's kind of grown up with it. I don't know that. I wish I did.
We might.
Maybe we have that. But it seems like she has a very good knowledge of the game, a grip of the game already at this young age.
Yeah, and it's, you know, we talked about the ability to score, and then there's some people that just have those instincts. They just understand.
Yep.
Oh, there's a nice little move by Creech.
Oh, good defensive play right there. Good read. Look who's running the floor, but she traveled.
But how many coaches sitting down there at that baseline have been writing down Mimi Collins' name?
Yeah, they've already somehow got the word to her.
Jones, did you notice the left-hand finish?
Oh yeah. Well, absolutely. Now, Mimi Collins just picked up about 15 scholarship offers today.
There's going to be letters in the mail tomorrow. And now the blue team is actually taking the lead here. We're halfway through the second half. We've got 10 minutes to go. It's 63-62. It had gotten up to a 10-point game. Now it's brought back down, but got a foul on a turnaround jumper 16 feet from the basket.
And you know, Clay, the feel of the game, the blue team to me is just the hustle that they have. They just have more of a relentless pursuit of wanting to get the ball and get the rebound. And that's put them ahead in this game right now because the white team seems to score a little easier than the blue team, but the hustle and the just making some plays for the blue.
And then as the game winds down, shots get harder to make, and hustle still stays there.
Yeah, right.
63-62, 9:57 left. Perry Alexander draws the foul from Brogan Jones. Nice little penetration. So generally in these all-star games you play, everybody plays the same, but if it gets close late, you start to sort of play the players you think are going to win.
You're right. Yeah, you want to win.
Right. It's like right now, but the last 3 minutes, I have a feeling you're going to see the best 5 players in the coach's mind at that moment on the court.
Well, and kids want to win too. So they're, you know. Nice board.
Nice job. That's a nice shot under pressure from
Tierica
Eason.
Nice jump stop.
The other 8th grader, Tyler Collins, with the ball. Tried to force that entry pass in, gave it up. Now, my feeling on that play from Brogan Jones just picked up the foul is just let her go. Well, what are the odds of her making that shot on the run with the 6'4" girl's hands in the air? Just don't give the refs a chance to call a foul.
Yeah, you have no shot of getting over there and stopping her, or even changing her direction at all without fouling her.
So it's a 5-point game, just like that.
Blue just really being so much more aggressive right now, and has the ability to push the ball in transition.
Just got another offensive rebound, but a couple of nice block shots by Alicia Foster. Oof. Another, how many times are they
my
going to get
gosh.
offensive rebounds? This is, the gap at halftime was 28-9. Blue was dominating the game in rebounds.
And I would say this half they are also.
It's really very, very seldom, even in a pickup game, you see this kind of rebounding disparity.
Well, and it shows you how important it is when you look at the score. I mean, the rebounding has kept Blue in the game and allowed them to get the lead in this game.
They finally got a rebound, and it was up to their point guard to get it. Well, that was the right pass. Need a little, and now the white team comes up with a couple rebounds and makes a couple plays.
Sydney Bordenaro back in the game for the Blue.
Oh, right. Good look at a three.
Oh, nice shot.
And that was a really nice pass, too, again, right on the money. But that's DeJoria Howard hitting that three-pointer to make it a two-point game with 8:18 to go, 67-65. Bordenaro tries to force that pass through, and that probably works in a high school game and most AAU games, but it's not going to work here.
But Leah Mazik in good help side position to get the steal.
Draws the foul, and that. We're going to be shooting some free throws down the stretch here, and if this game remains close, those free throws are probably going to determine who wins. It's just, again, such an incredibly important skill in the game of basketball.
This is where you want to tell your team to stop fouling so much. You've got to play some good defense. You don't want to just continue to foul every possession down the floor.
Well, that was some nice athleticism, a nice block shot. Could have been a foul. Bordenaro traveled, got away with it. Little floater. That's a tough shot, especially from the side where you don't have the backboard to give you the angle. Mazik. Good looking shot. 67-65, Blue in the lead, 7:36 to go. Sydney Bordenaro left alone.
Well, you can't blame her for taking the shot. Everybody backed off of her.
Gotta take that shot. That's a really nice play. Aaliyah Mazik from Myers Park High School in Charlotte, North Carolina. She is a 2015, ties the game up with a strong move to the hoop, draws the contact. Got an opportunity here. Put the white team in the lead if she can convert this free throw.
You really see her competing hard.
Yes.
She's a player. She's a baller. She wants to win. She's not afraid to play hard.
That might not have been the shot that the coach really would have wanted in that situation. Now you're down one. Well, tried to force it in a little bit. That's a tough catch for Alicia Foster there.
It's a tough catch, and also, Clay, you have to think, I'm not so sure if she would have caught the ball if she could have shot the ball,
So great stat work from our crack crew, 45-22 rebounding a margin for the Blue team.
Well, there's the ball game right there as far as why Blue's in the ball game.
That's a lot of rebounds.
Yeah.
23 rebound margin.
Now, if they're going to keep taking shots like that, they better keep going to the boards for the rebound.
They had no one attacking the boards that time, and there's Mazik again. A little fist pump. You're right. She's here to win this game.
Yeah, she is.
She's here to win this game. Puts them in bonus. Well, they were going to be in bonus anyway, but now they're going to be shooting free throws the rest of the way. 4-point lead. Mazik has a foul shot here that could make it 5.
Yeah, she is definitely competing hard on the floor. She's a player that if you go to the park and watch some pickup, she's gonna stand out because she's going to be playing hard on both ends.
And she's going to be on the court the whole time because her team's
right.
going to win.
She's going to have the ball in her hands a lot.
I want to be behind the 3 on that one though. So the 8th grader, that's not the prettiest three-pointer.
Nice rebound.
Ryan Gully with the rebound. Bordenaro to Collins. White gets the rebound. Here comes Mazik again. You know, if this game stays close, I'm just going to bet that Mazik stays on the floor a lot of the time.
Yeah, I would imagine she is. You know, it was interesting. We got to see Mimi Collins shoot the ball twice in a row right there, and I'd like to see her work to get her shot up a little higher, Clay. She has a little bit of a low release for being 6'4".
Yes.
And that might be something that where we'll see her improve upon as the years go in her career.
Yeah. Boy, Mazik had the sense that there was someone right behind her. Nice rebound, drawing the foul, getting it up strong was Shekinah Payne.
I thought it was a nice block, actually. I didn't think there was much foul there, but Payne gets to go to the free throw line.
Oh, we can see Alexandria Weeks is sadly limping her way, but at least she's able to put a little weight on that ankle that she twisted late in the first half of this game.
Well, you know, Clay, if you play basketball, you have suffered a sprained ankle.
That's why I have a scar on my ankle.
We
I've
all
sprained
have
mine
gone through
so
that.
many times.
It is the most common of basketball injuries.
Yep. So here's Mimi Collins, top of the key. Good decision not to try to force anything here with her team down 5. That's a good-looking little jump shot right there from
a big
Camille
shot.
Anderson. That's a shot her team needed.
That's a big shot.
Game, 5:18 to go. Meredith Schultz, right back at you. Nice shot.
I like her shot.
No, that's it. It's sort of, and I was mentioning earlier, it's an unhurried shot. She doesn't seem to rush it. That looked rushed. Good rebound, though. Oop, right to Schultz. Whoops, forgot something.
Well, that's what I was talking about earlier. Her ball handling has got to improve. You know, she definitely can shoot the ball, score the ball, but her ball handling is an area that you know, she's here with Gannon Baker this weekend. Boy, she needs to take those drills home and really work them.
I would be thinking we'd be shooting free throws here, but I could be wrong.
I think they're waiting until, I think it's after 8.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. Nobody's here to watch these kids shoot free throws.
Right.
74-70, 4:52 to go. In a game that's really been close all the way. There have been a couple of times teams have pulled out to 8 or 9 point leads, but it's quickly been reeled back in. The blue team has dominated the boards, and the white team, led by Aaliyah Mazik, has scored very well. What was that?
I'm not sure what that was.
Oh, she called an offensive foul, a hook on a player underneath. So White gets the ball back. Mazik gets it down to little Tyler Collins, gives the ball up. Pick and roll, three-pointer. No, she hasn't been effective there. Nice
rebound.
That's getting up there, and she's starting to play tough. That's Shekinah Payne is realizing somebody's got a rebound for her team to win this game, and she's decided to take on that role. Joria Howard slowing down an offensive advance by tipping the ball out of bounds.
I tell you, Shekinah Payne has the body, the build, and the arms to be a great rebounder.
No, didn't want to give it up there, and then couldn't quite finish. 4:05 to go, 74-70. Nice take, but a good, solid rebound.
Oh.
See, now, we were talking earlier about protecting the players. I feel that we need to protect the player with the ball from those reaches and grabs. I mean, the ref didn't see the foul, so they didn't blow it, but I can't believe there wasn't contact there. Well, Blues back in their habit of getting every rebound.
Yeah, White was lucky to come away with that without Blue scoring on that.
Mazik bringing up against Bordenaro. 3:32 left.
Now
She almost got that to drop.
Well, she sure did, and right now I know she's playing for the win, but Mazik's gone back a little bit to just trying to do too much offensively and not letting her teammates help her out right now. Now she got herself to the free throw line, but the shots that she's taken here in the last few shots haven't been great.
Nope, And the other thing, as we've mentioned, the kids are getting a little bit tired. When you get tired, it affects you mentally too.
Yeah.
You tend to not make the same decisions you might make when you're feeling really strong and good. Six-point lead for the White, sort of taking back control of the game. What the blue team needs to do now is they're still getting rebounds, but they've got to make some shots. It's tough entry pass from the top of the key.
That's an unfortunate turnover. The idea was good. I thought, you know, the step in by Jordan Stallworth was good, but the pass just a little off the mark right there.
It's just hard. You sort of like that entry pass to come from the wing. Here's 8th grader Tyler Collins. Kicks it out. Not a bad shot from Destiny Walker. Right off the front rim. Bordenaro, little pump fake. Nice look. Perry Alexander finally can't handle it. Joria Howard gets the ball up court. Collins for 3. Ooh, good looking shot. Here comes Bordenaro. She kept the ball on the side. I don't know. I might have liked to see her try to push the ball into the middle, but Deja Williford-Kelley got a rebound and set it up. Blue team's going to go to the free throw line. Time's running out a little bit here, though. They need to score. Anriel Howard needs to make these free throws.
You know, really right now, it might not be a bad idea for a timeout for the blue team just to refocus the white team, I'm sorry, to refocus them on block out. Really, the blue right now, the only way they're going to beat us is on the offensive board. So you've got to get bodies on them because they're not scoring within any kind of an offense, but they are keeping themselves alive by crashing the boards.
Rhea Gully checks back in for blue. As does Erica Eason. That's always embarrassing. Did you ever do that in a game?
No, never. I never shot an air ball.
Ever?
Never.
Or just from the free throw line?
Well, let's talk about something else. I don't recall ever shooting an air ball from the free throw line.
That
no,
would be
really. Oh, nice
That's your classic coast to coast from Anriel Howard. Cut the margin to 3.
Was there a foul right here? No, that was not a good foul.
No, 80 feet from the basket. That's
no, I'm not sure.
They should have shot
1 and 1.
That's
a
really.
shot one.
I'm confused, but then I'm often confused. So that would be the 8th foul. You may be correct.
That is really a bad foul.
Yeah, 80 feet from the basket.
And you're down. You're down 3. You just hit a good shot.
As you said, you know, you're learning about the game, learning how to make decisions.
Yeah.
This is being a good player, being able to get to the rack, being athletic, being able to do things. That's part of the game. But the higher you advance, the more the mental part of the game is important.
Basketball IQ. You hear coaches talk about that. You hear them. Some players just have tremendous basketball IQ, know when to foul, constantly know the time and score.
Well, we have no shot clock here, so conceivably White could try to run the clock down. But Mary Schultz just lost the ball. Just slipped right out of her hand. Oh, sweet little step through.
And look at the offensive board. Oh.
Good rebound and a push at the end of the play. That was a great little step through by Anriel Howard. Couldn't quite finish. Wound up having to foul, and now Destiny Walker's going to come down here and shoot a couple free throws.
Dawn Staley got taken out. She got taken out right there, but
she was always
tough.
She's tough player. Well, she was your point guard, and I remember back in Berlin and the World Championships, the last 4 games, she had 1 turnover.
I'm telling you, she was a fantastic, one of the all-time great point guards, great leader. That was one of the other things that's the intangible that you don't know in a player, but Dawn's leadership was just the best I've ever been around. Fantastic leader. Her teammates loved her, listened to everything she said, and She won a lot of gold medals.
Yeah, and
in the Hall of Fame this year, Naismith Hall of Fame inductee this year.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, no need to throw the ball down court. 5-point lead with 1:08 to go.
They've got a
I think we're
foul.
going to see some fouling here.
Yeah, I mean, there's really nothing to wait on right here.
No,
You
there's
just got to
no
go ahead and do
reason
it.
to slow the pace. John McGraw, though. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Good decisions. 51 seconds to go. 5-point lead. Bailed out there on the foul. The 2 free throws here would make it essentially a 3-possession game. It'd probably pretty much wrap it up. 1 free throw is going to make it tough because the blue team has not hit a lot of 3-pointers today.
No, it's been about offensive rebounding and putbacks, and for the blue team.
That's not going to get you a lot of points in a hurry.
No. But it's really been, I would say, an entertaining game, you know.
It has. We were a little concerned about the game because we're not as familiar with the players, but this has been a fun game to announce because there has been a lot of stuff going on.
Oh.
Nice hit. They're going to have to do something. Are you just going to let the girl dribble up court? Here comes the foul. Nice passing, working the ball around, 27 seconds, 5-point lead. Gonna do the little delay game.
Well, maybe the strategy was to go ahead and let the clock, there you go.
Right. 14 seconds to go, 80-75.
Deja Williford-Kelley on the foul right there, and you've got Destiny Walker stepping up to the line to try to really put the game away for good with 14 seconds left. It's 75-80.
Yeah, a lot of points in this game. A lot of running up and down. You gotta like it. And a lot of people have stayed for the finish of this game. A lot of times at these kinds of events, when you get to this point, there's no one there. But we've got a fairly.
It's been a good crowd today.
All day long, it's been a good crowd. 82-75. That should just about do it. They're going to have to work at it to lose this game. 4.8 seconds to go. Been a fun game. Want to thank Mel Fortner for making the trip, coming down and helping us out here.
Enjoyed it, Clay.
Three-pointer that they wanted. And that'll end the game. A final score of 82-78. Very entertaining game. So we both got to see some young players. I think the most impressive young player to us was the 8th grader, Mimi Collins. But there were a lot of good players, and just because they're older doesn't mean that they're not good players.
Well, I think you're going to see. I think we'll continue to see these players in the future, whether it's at Division I, the Division I mid-major, or Division I large, BCS schools. Who knows? But these players, because at this age they can continue to get better if they want to, and if they listen and they, and work hard. But to have the opportunity to be a collegiate athlete is a special one. But thanks, Clay. I enjoyed it, and this was fun today.
Yeah, it's really been a pleasure. I think Kelly Klein here is going to announce the MVP for this game. We'll have a few stats, and we can
All right, I have my vote on MVP. Who do you think? Do you want to guess?
Oh, I'm torn. You're going to give it to Aaliyah
Mazik.
Yeah.
That's who I think.
I think so too.
Yep.
Yeah, and well deserved.
It is, absolutely. We're going to see her she's going to get better. As her understanding of her position, when she gets better players around her, that she
has more confidence.
That's right. But she's a competitor. That's what I like the most. She plays hard on both ends of the floor and wants to win every possession. I like that. And
so we're going to wrap this up here. We're going to look over at the stats. Is our computerized thing. We just want to again thank the Mall of Georgia. We want to thank iHigh Sports. We want to thank everybody who's worked really, really hard. And there have been a lot of volunteers, a lot of people working. Quick rundown on the final stats. Aaliyah Mazik with 23. Destiny Walker with 20. Now that was a quiet 20. DeJoria Howard with 13. Schultz ended up with 20. We've got Deja Williford-Kelley with 15. Mimi Collins with 12. Camille Anderson with 11, Enriel Howard with 13. Obviously a lot of rebounds. Enriel Howard had 13 rebounds.
Yeah.
Perry Alexander had 8. They just pounded the boards. Sydney Bordenaro with 4 assists. Perry Alexander 4 steals. But Nazik had 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 steals, 23 points. Pretty much did everything in that game. Nice, impressive performance.
Well, I think I'll look most forward to seeing. I always look forward to how all the kids do, but Mimi Collins is special. I've got to find out a little bit more about her and her background a little bit, and she's going to be fun to keep an eye on.
I bet a lot of people are going to be finding
I
out a
bet
lot
so
more.
too. I bet, but really and truly, they already know.
Yeah.
You know, they already know. They probably knew 2 years ago, actually. So there's no secrets anymore in who can play in this country.
Absolutely. Well, again, Nell, thanks so much. Such a great pleasure to work with you. We've gone back a ways, and it's nice to finally get this opportunity. So we will see you down the road, I'm sure. And again, thanks to everyone who helped put this on. Thanks so much. Thanks to Kelly Klein, Full Court. And again, you can get this broadcast on fullcourt.com and order it from iHigh Sports. Thanks again, and good night from Atlanta, Georgia.